Quarantine Slumber Party! Today, you know, I never know at any given time what Eirin is doing. Anyway, so today we have our Quarantini. What did you call this Quarantini?
Strawberry.
It's called strawberry, okay? You don't like it, you can keep on scrolling. Strawberry. And is it good?
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna show you how to make this Quarantini right now. Alright guys, welcome back to the kitchen. We're going to be making another Quarantini. Eirin, what's this Quarantini called?
Strawberries.
Okay, it's been a long quarantine so far and the drink is called strawberries. Alright, what you're going to need is pink Moscato. You can actually use any color Moscato, but my favorite color is pink. We're using pink Moscato from the Barefoot brand. It was the cheapest brand. And this is Cascade Ice Strawberry Lemonade. The recipe called for both Sprite and strawberry wine mixer or whatever. We're not doing that.
You don't have any Sprite?
This is carbonated and it's strawberry flavored. It's fine. Okay, so we have this. It's Cascade Ice. It's 0 calories. We also have strawberries and blueberries. So we're going to start off. Eirin will say when.
When?
This is my glass. And then we'll add this strawberry lemonade flavored Cascade Ice drink. Eirin, you can go ahead and pick your strawberries and blueberries if you want to put them in your drink. It's okay.
I just wanted to show how long my nails have grown since quarantine has started.
And there you have it, our lovely drinks, which are called strawberry. Also, today we're going to, we went back to Safeway, so I indulged and bought this birthday cake flavored cream cheese. Eirin's not going to try it, but I'll try it. Your girl will try it right now, actually, because I had a dream the other night that Eirin stole all of my gluten-free crackers without asking, and now I know for certain she's not going to do that. It's really good. All right, well that's it. Woo! All right, I hope you're settled in with your quarantine. Today's quarantine craft is something you can do with anybody who you're quarantined with. We're gonna be drawing pictures of each other so we can show our pictures that we've chosen. Eirin, which picture of me did you choose?
Here, this is what I'm drawing. You see it? You see it?
And why did you pick that one?
Because it's all face.
Okay.
I did not take an anatomy class, so if I pick a body picture, then the body's gonna look.
Okay. I chose this picture because I think it's really cute. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I think it's really cute, so I'm gonna draw this one. And while we do that, we're gonna be talking about the Netflix show 100 Humans, which we both were watching. And she's trying to trace my picture right now, which is cheating. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the Netflix show 100 Humans, and then after that we're gonna do the Quarantag, which A-Dubs did first. Nobody tagged me in it, but I wanna do the tag anyway. So then we'll answer those questions. So 100 Humans is a show on Netflix, of course, and it's like they take 100 participants and they perform studies on them. And there's 3 co-hosts who are like, they're not actual scientists or anything. They're just comedians. They oversee the projects. Specifically, I know Eirin was really interested in this episode that was about biases. And there was one experiment they did where they had, it was like a shooting range, and they would have random people pop up and have the participants decide in a split second whether or not to shoot them. And the participants who popped up could have a gun in their hand, or sorry, the people who popped up could have a gun in their hand, or they could have a phone in their hand, holding out their phone like taking a selfie. But they had to decide really quick whether or not to shoot them. One of the things that got me is that one of the people who popped up at the shooting range he was a black man and he had a cell phone. But he was somebody that all the participants knew. He was like a stage hand or something. And when he popped up, they all knew him. Like, he would talk to them every day. But when he popped up with the cell phone, and at the same time a white guy popped up with a gun, and they didn't know the white guy, but all the participants shot the black man anyways. And then they didn't realize until later on, like after the test, when one of the hosts said, "Oh, you realize you shot your friend here," and then they got really emotional. A lot of the participants who shot the black men were also black. But that just shows how ingrained anti-blackness is, I guess. What did you think about that episode, Eirin?
Very interesting. I mean, as a black lady, I already knew what the turnout was going to be. And I think it's a very interesting experiment that should be done as a part of, like, job training. For police.
Yeah, for the police, definitely. I mean, for a job like a 7-Eleven, maybe not so much, because you don't get to shoot people there. But you know what? People at 7-Eleven can discriminate too. So maybe they should have other discrimination tests. There was another segment on the show where they talked about gender bias too. And they had two different crowds. So two different audiences. They split them up. And one audience got to see a woman tell a joke, and then the other audience got to see a man tell the exact same joke. And people did not take the woman telling the joke. They did not take it well. Like they weren't rude to her. Well, some people yelled at rude comments, but it was kind of like silent. Nobody was laughing. And then the guy told the joke in the same way and got like a standing ovation.
Alright, I'm drawing your boob now.
Oh, good.
I just think that the women were trying too hard to be funny.
Really?
I mean, from watching it one time, that was my impression, is that they were trying too hard. And then there was inappropriate comments said as one of the women approached the thing. And I also think the men tried too hard too. You know what? I think my bias comes because I just didn't like any of the jokes.
Yeah. They were given the joke too. Like, they didn't make up the joke themselves.
The joke sucked.
Okay.
They were supposed to suck though.
Yeah, I don't think they mentioned that the joke was supposed to suck until the end. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the Quarantag.
Look at that progress.
Yes. That looks good.
I know! Just kidding.
Alright, we're moving on to our Quarantag, started by Miss A-Dubs, that we weren't tagged in, but we're gonna do anyway. How are you attempting to maintain your sanity? How are you maintaining your sanity during this quarantine?
By practicing mindfulness and looking at this as an opportunity to reset and restore.
What steps are you taking to practice mindfulness?
Meditation, yoga, talking with my best friend, and just not panicking and not watching the news. Checking in every now and then, but I'm not going to watch the news 24/7.
Right. There's such a thing as compassion fatigue. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
Like, you see too much or being bombarded with it. It's just too much. What am I doing to maintain my sanity? I have been working on passion projects nonstop and exercising to run away from my thoughts so I don't have to be alone with them. And that's probably not the healthiest, but it's what, and I can't say that it's working either. It's not working. But it's like how people are scrambling to get toilet paper. And that's not necessary. Because imagine if people didn't scramble to get toilet paper and then we just always had enough. And people are scrambling to get it because that's what people do during these times of uncertainty. You start looking for like everyday things like toilet paper, because looking for those everyday things is it shows some semblance of normalcy, I guess. I'm realizing that now. If you have all this toilet paper, you never run out, and then it's like life is a little bit normal for you. You don't have to worry about taking that toilet paper for granted if you have a lot of it. And you can kind of live your life normally. But not really, because then the darkness always comes and sneaks up on you eventually. That was very dark.
Ew. Why is your shoulder so flat? Girl, your shoulder was looking real flat.
Girl, that's not my fault.
Okay, what's the craziest, most absurd thing you've done during quarantine?
I think it'll probably be bought the stripper pole with you.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the craziest thing, because I mean, I always thought about it, but then I looked at the prices. But then that's why I'm glad I have a roommate, and we both were interested in pole dancing, so that we could split the costs. So, and also, yeah, teaching myself how to pole dance too. What was the last event you attended in person?
Jesus Christ. It was this date that I went on with this guy that I met on this dating app. And
do you want to share that story?
God, no. It was a fun date, though. It was a fun date.
The last event that I attended was... What was the last event I attended? I don't attend events. Would it have been New Year's? I think it was when we went bar hopping on New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the last event I attended. That makes me realize I was taking my whole life for granted. Not necessarily, but I didn't go anywhere before the quarantine. I should go more places. Once this quarantine is over, I'm gonna go to Paris. Where are you gonna go?
To Spain. Last smooch.
The last guy I kissed. I guess it was a guy that I met on a dating app. I kissed him goodnight, but didn't lead anywhere. We're not together. It's just one date. Who was your last kiss before the quarantine?
Yeah. This guy from work. And the last kiss was very awkward. I just knew from that point forward that this could no longer be what I wanted it to be.
That's actually really momentous. It sounds really momentous. Like it's a big moment. A big moment in your life. What is your most consumed snack or food during the quarantine?
Pancakes and waffles and eggs and breakfast food. Cause
Yeah, I have noticed that.
I love breakfast food.
I don't know, I've still been trying to meal prep to stop myself from ordering out too much and spending money. I think the most consumed snack is probably trail mix and tortilla chips. I don't know, I've been eating a lot of meat. What do you miss most about life before the quarantine hit?
Going out and dancing. That's the first thing that I'm going to do when I get out of this quarantine. And also dance class.
You know, that's another thing that I've been taking for granted, that I could be going to dance class, and I hadn't been even prior to the quarantine. I just stopped. And is that any way to live my life and dance? No. I miss being able to go take exercise classes too. And I miss being able to go get massages. And I miss not being scared when I go out of bumping into other people. It's another thing you don't think about. Like, I'm not scared if I accidentally bump into this person. Maybe it's awkward. Am I going to die?
But did you die? Ciao.
Best part of quarantine.
I think not having to spend money on commuting to work is the best part. Because that costs money. I don't have a car. I take the metro to work. So this is really great. And not having to be up very early, although it's thrown my sleep pattern off.
You know, my sleep pattern is all the way the hell off. It's just not having anything to do, honestly. Not having to fulfill the needs that were placed upon me for work. And then realizing that, I have time to just exist.
Yeah, just like being able to do whatever you want throughout the day.
Whenever I go visit my best friend in New Jersey, it's always because something traumatic happened in my life that makes me really sad. And she's like, yeah, come visit me and we're going to go to the club and we're going to party and we're just going to have fun. And I end up going, and then I think halfway through the night, I am somewhere in the club by myself crying.
What?
About, the situation that I'm sad about. So there's always a moment where she knows that I'm going to escape from her to cry at the club.
Oh, you do it to your... So I thought you meant... Oh, so I thought you meant that she leaves you, but no, you walk away to go cry?
I walk away to sit down and have an anxiety attack and to cry at the club.
Oh, no.
All right, so I'm done.
Okay. I'm almost done.
And I did 2 pictures.
You did 2?
Yes.
What? Okay, well, let me hurry up and finish the 1 picture that I have.
I'm gonna get this framed for you.
Oh, thank you.
But no, I always escape to go cry and sit at a table and just be crying at the club. I feel like the Trace one and the at-large one, I know that I did good because they look so similar. They might not look like you, but these look like each other. In the club, we all fam.
What?
In the club, we all fam.
What?
In the club, we're all family. Are you racist?
What is the sexiest name you've ever heard of, and what's the least sexiest name? We're off the Quarantag, by the way.
What's the sexiest name someone's ever called me?
Okay. What's the sexiest name someone's ever called you?
I think that would be Jaybird.
Jaybird?
Yeah.
There's a story behind this and I want to hear it.
So, I lived in an apartment on campus and my boyfriend came over and I answered the door, but naked. And I walked him to my bedroom. He's like, look at you, looking like a jaybird. And I thought it was the funniest thing in the world, Jaybird.
Oh, that's cute.
It's so cute. And like that was one of my nicknames. It's not necessarily sexy, but I was sexy when I received it, so. Jaybird.
What is the sexiest thing I've been... I don't know if I've had a sexy thing that I've ever been called. I don't know. What has anyone ever called me anything ever? I don't know that anyone's ever called me anything ever. That's not true, but nothing sexy. I'm gonna go back to the original question. What's the sexiest name and then the unsexiest name? I think the sexiest name is probably Jessie. I think Jessie is a sexy name.
Jessie.
And then also, I think the name is sexy too, but you know why. And I'm gonna bleep that out so that the person who has that name, in case he's
Punk.
watching my
Punk.
video. What's the least sexiest name?
Harold.
Yeah, but if you're named Harold in the year of our Lord 2020, then you're obviously named after somebody.
Sexiest name. See, I'm a teacher. So
So am I.
when it comes to names, kids ruin the name for me because when I say that name, I think of that student.
Right.
So Mustafa or something.
Stop.
Mustafa. Eric. Yuck.
I think Eric is a cute name.
I just remember the boy Eric who used to pee himself in elementary school.
I was the kid who used to pee themselves in elementary school. I have a nervous bladder. It is what it is. Alright, well I'm done.
Women be shopping.
I'm gonna sign.
That's it?
Yes?
Here's mine. This is the one that I did without tracing. So this is straight off of the mother hand. And here's my second one that I did tracing from the computer. They're looking quite identical. So that means that I pass art class 203.
Okay, so this one is mine. I think it looks just like her. What is she doing? She's
I was
laughing.
gonna put my signature on your boob, but
Okay. I think it looks very much like her if you like back up and squint a little bit. The end. All right, thank you for coming to the Quarantine Slumber Party. We hope you'll be back next week. We'll be back next week. We have nothing else to do. My heart is beating so fast right now. Let us know in the comments what kind of quarantini you'd like to see us make next, and also what kind of quarantine craft you'd like us to do next. All right, bye!